Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Going to continue talking a little bit of football. I'm going to take a break from recruiting. I told you guys earlier, want to focus on this 2023 football team because we are right around the corner. We are 2 weeks away, basically 2 weeks away from the start of fall camp for 2023. I'm excited about some position group battles that are going to take place, but I want to look at this defense, this Tim Banks defense. We're heading into year 3 of the Josh Heupel era. That also means year 3 for Tim Banks. How would you grade him through 2 seasons at Tennessee as the defensive coordinator? I know a lot of people had questions when Tim Banks was hired, but you go back to year 1, 2021, points per game. Tennessee gave up 29 points per game. That was 90th out of 130 in the country. Now, 2022, I know a lot of people like to spit the narrative out there. They like to talk about passing yards per game allowed. They like to talk about certain stats. All I care about is winning football games and points allowed. That's it. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter if you throw for 500 yards a game. If we win and you don't score points. 2023, this Tim Banks defense improved. They gave up 22 points a game. That's down almost a full touchdown per game, 36th in the country. Now, is that good enough? I don't think so. I don't think 36th in the country scoring defense is good enough. I love the fact, we as fans have been saying they just need to be efficient. Josh Heupel is going to go out and score a bunch of points. The defense just needs to be efficient. Josh Heupel doesn't like that response. Josh Heupel wants this Tennessee defense to be elite, and we are seeing that through recruiting. And, spoiler alert, one of the guys that we're going to talk about a little bit later in this video, freshman Arian Carter. That's the type of talent that you need to land. That's the type of talent that you need to recruit to get this defense to an elite level. So what would you grade Tim Banks through 2 seasons at Tennessee football? What are you expecting in year 3? Taking away, again, 29 points a game in year 1, 22 points a game in year 2. And the interesting thing about it, 22 points a game, down 7 points from year 1. And you got to look, Tennessee, Alabama scored 50 points in that game, but Tennessee still came away with the win. South Carolina, that's the black eye. That's the game everybody wants to talk about because Spencer Rattler played out of his mind. Tennessee gave up 63 points. You can talk about the drama, the locker room chemistry. We can make all the excuses in the book. None of it matters till we get that revenge game coming up in 2023. It is circled on my calendar. I think Josh Heupel is going to put an absolute beating on South Carolina, and I cannot wait. That way we don't have to talk about the Gamecocks anymore. But the bottom line is, the reality is they scored 63 points. So this defense improved, giving up 7 points per game less, and they gave up 63 to South Carolina, 49 to Alabama. Overall, this defense was trending in the right direction and getting better, even though some people don't want to talk about that. We're going to get into it. We're going to break it down. We're going to take a look at some of the position groups, but as always, you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. I'm not some expert. I'm not an insider. I am just like you guys, for the fans, by the fans. This channel was built on the back of Tennessee fans. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. You want to give a little bit more, hit the join button down below. You can become a member of the channel. You get custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, a power T beside your name in the comments and in the live chat. You get access to fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun perks and benefits, but you support this channel. You are the reason that I have the opportunity to do this full-time and bring you guys as much content as possible. So I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's fine. Let's jump into it. Let's talk some Tennessee football going into 2023. If you watch the video on the offense, everybody's talking about, how do you replace Hendon Hooker? How do you replace Jalen Hyatt? How do you replace Darnell Wright? When you go over to the defense, it's kind of the same song and dance. How are you going to replace BY? That's the number one, an NFL draft pick. So also, you lost some depth pieces. DeJoun Terry, the way he hit the transfer portal. Looking for some of these guys to step up, especially, some of these young guys in the secondary particularly. But I want to start with the defensive line. You've got Tyler Barron, a senior. You've got Roman Harrison, also a senior. They're penciled in at the top of the depth chart there, but I want to see guys like Joshua Josephs and James Pierce start to push. I want to see them on the football field more. We saw Josephs as a true freshman. And again, When you talk about building elite level talent on this defense, it's guys like Josephs. It's guys that are out there making plays as true freshmen, and that's what I expect to see from Arian Carter this year. I don't think Arian Carter is necessarily going to be a starter, but he is going to play valuable reps, and you're going to see him flying around the football field the same way you did Joshua Josephs. The big thing a lot of people would say about Josephs is he looks like an SEC player. We finally have guys that look like SEC football players. So I want to see some of those young guys that are going into year two start to push some of these upperclassmen. I'm expecting Amari Thomas to have a big year. I'm expecting him to have a big season. It's his senior year. He's representing this football team at SEC Media Days. Also, you've got the transfer, Omar Norman Lott. I think Rodney Garner really likes him on the defensive line. Does Tyree West come along? Some of these young guys, again, I want to see them continue to develop and start to make plays on Saturdays. Rodney Garner's going to play a lot of guys, and I'm never going to question Rodney Garner's ability to, number one, evaluate, recruit, but also develop talent. And we've seen him do that with guys like BY, put him into the league. That's what he's going to continue to do at Tennessee, and we're going to continue to see the rewards from that on the recruiting trail. But this defensive line, the biggest question mark is, can they get home with just four guys? Can they get home? Can they create pressure in passing situations so that you're able to drop your linebackers? I think that really hurt this football team in 2022. You were unable to get home with four. It took the blitz packages that Tim Banks had drawn up. So we'll see if this defensive line can continue to improve. The linebacker situation, I like the linebacker unit. I really like these guys. I love Aaron Beasley. I think he's going to be the leader of this defense. But I like Keenan Peely too, a guy that's very mature, played a lot of football, got some age on him, right? He's a guy that went out on the mission field, came back. So he is a very mature individual. He arrived on campus ready to go to work, put in the work. And I think him and Aaron Beasley are a solid pairing in that top of the linebacker room. But we know the same way as Rodney Garner wants to rotate guys, it's the same way with Brian Jean-Marie, Tim Banks, these linebackers. They want to rotate four guys. You're going to see that. We saw it last year. We're going to see it again this year. Arian Carter is pretty much penciled in. I don't see a way that you're going to keep him off the football field. He's too good. He's too talented. All these other guys in the media are starting to say it. You heard it right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. First, Coach Jay talked about the type of player that Arian Carter is and will be in the SEC. So then my question, who gets that other spot in the two deep? Is it Elijah Herring or is it Caleb Perry? That's going to be a fun one to watch. And then also to see the young freshman linebackers. You're starting to add that depth, build that depth. That's what gets me excited. Jalen Smith, Jeremiah T. Lander, and then also obviously Aaron Carter, a true freshman as well. But you're seeing that talent, that SEC talent start to come in. The biggest question mark, the biggest downfall of 2022, this Tennessee secondary. Who is going to step up? And it's going to be the same theme. I'm carrying the same theme throughout this video on the defense. I want to see the young guys push those upperclassmen aside and take over. Warren Burrell, I don't think is going to get it done. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it like it is. I don't think he's going to get it done. Danico Slaughter, Kamal Haddon, also transferring in again from BYU, Gabe Judy Lally. Those are the three guys that I'm going to be watching in fall camp. Those are the guys that I want to see on the football field. I think they have more athleticism. I think they can impact a game more. Warren Burrell is very, very conservative, very reserved, and I said it all last year. I want somebody to push Warren Burrell and make him uncomfortable, and maybe that creates something. Maybe that lights a fire under him, and we see Warren Burrell take it to the next level. But I think Danico Slaughter, Kamal Haddon, Gabe Judy Lally, those are the three guys I'm going to be watching in that corner competition. Also at safety, Jalen McCullough is Jalen McCullough. Of course, he's got some stuff going on. We'll see what happens there with him. Wesley Walker, can Wesley Walker, can Andre Turntine, some of these guys that transferred in, can they start to make an impact? But just so many guys, so many bodies, and you just keep waiting. At what point do you throw your hands up and say, it is what it is, Boogie? This secondary ain't going to get better until guys like Ricky Gibson start to come along. Guys like Christian Conyer, Jordan Matthews, the recruiting they're doing right now in the secondary in the class of 24. I want to see some of these guys make some plays. The star position, also very interesting to me. Tamarian McDonald, Brandon Turnage, and that's rattling off all these names, guys. So many guys in this secondary played so many different positions, and that's why I don't really know what to expect going into the fall. So many guys injured a year ago in spring camp. Didn't really get a lot of run in any particular situation. You were just kind of plugging and playing guys everywhere. So I don't know what to expect from this secondary, but I'm excited to see what happens because I think this defense can take a step. I think they can get better. And when you're questioning Tim Banks, when you're saying, I don't think he's the guy for the job, Boogie, you got to look at what he did in 2021. Then look at what he did in 2022. And now let's wait and see what he does in 2023. If he continues to improve this defense year in and year out, that's, again, you're going to see the rewards to that on the recruiting trail. So hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What are your concerns? What are you worried about? Can Tennessee get home with 4? Who are you playing in the secondary? You guys know I want to jump into the comments and interact. If you have not done so yet, please smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. It's quick, free, easy. I would greatly appreciate it. You can also go check out the merchandise. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The link is also in the description below. Just another shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys for keeping the light bill paid around here. Again, if you want to be a part of that, hit the join button down below. Only $1. Just $1 is all I'm asking. If you enjoy the content, the videos, the live streams, the interaction, support your boy. Hit that join button. We would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's cool. Smash the thumbs up. That's quick, free, and easy. Jump into the comment section. Let's talk some Tennessee football because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.